Hey everyone, I'm Lisa with Made to Create with Lisa, and tonight I wanted to go live. I had just finished a project that I'm going to work on making for an upcoming craft fair, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go live and show you guys what I'm doing. I absolutely love the Night Divine stamp set, and I know that this is backwards for you right now, but you'll see it when I turn the camera down. It's such a beautiful stamp set with a lot of beautiful sayings on it, and so that's what I'm using, along with the Night Divine dies, and well, actually several different dies. So that's what I'm going to show you tonight. A Nativity shelf sitter is what we're going to make, okay? So we're just going to dive right in. We're going to go for it, and let me make sure that I have this ready to go. Yeah, let's dive in, okay? I am going to bring you over, point you down. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you have started making any Christmas decor yet, but the crazy thing is that if we don't start now, we we won't have it done and ready to go by the time it's time to put up our trees. Okay, so we're going to use the Night Divine stamp set, and I know some of this stuff is currently on back order at the time that I'm doing this video, but it's going to be coming back really, really soon. So this is the one that we're going to be using, okay? And we are just going to go ahead and simply emboss this piece with gold. So first I'm just going to rub on with my embossing buddy, and we will pull out our Versamark ink and get this really inky, and then we're going to stamp that. Isn't that pretty? I know you can't see it. All right, we're going to pull this in. You can see I already used my gold embossing powder here. And let's go ahead and dump on some gold embossing powder. You see how the embossing powder sticks to where I stamped with the Versamark ink? Sorry, I had to give it a little blow there. I try to get off any little tiny specks that I see that are on the cardstock where I don't want it, and I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and emboss that. Now, what you want to do is be sure to put your embossing powder far away so you don't blow it all everywhere. And I'm going to use the embossing, this is from the embossing toolkits. It's the little tweezers. And we're going to go ahead and emboss this. And I'm going to try to hold it close to the camera, which I know will be loud, but that way you can see, hopefully see the embossing powder changing color. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start to see that turn gold as it heats up. There it goes. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to change. And there it is, it's done. All right, so if I hold it at an angle, are you able to see that that's shiny? I think you can see that. And that's when you know it's done. Isn't that pretty? All right, so we're done with the embossing. And now I'm going to pull in all the other pieces. So I already pre-die cut everything, and so we're going to use the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, so that's what this is. I already cut those out. So I cut out a couple of those. All right, so I don't remember which one this is. It looks like it's the second largest. And then we're going to be using the beautiful, shoot, what is this called? The Stars Shining Brightly, I think, designer series paper. And like I said, this is going to be coming back into stock any day now. But can you see that the stars on there are foil and they're so pretty? So I just did a size down on that in the Stylish Shapes dies. And then look at this. This is so fantastic. This is the More Dazzle paper and I love it. And so I punched those out with a circle punch. And then we're just going to layer everything up together, okay? So we don't really need this for now. I'm going to put that aside. All right, I am going to get out my liquid glue. When you're gluing things onto this Dazzle paper, any sort of, you know, embossed or whatever paper, you just really need to make sure you have a lot of adhesive on there so it sticks. Now I know all you're seeing is just the outer edge, and maybe you're going to feel like it's wasted, but just that outer edge is really going to just be beautiful peeking out there. All right, so I have that all adhered. Hey, Jen. Thank you. I'm so glad I can see a comment. This is the first time I've been able to see a comment. Okay, look at that. Isn't that shiny and glitzy? Love it. Okay, and then we're going to mount those on there. So let me grab my dimensionals. And we are going to layer these up. Okay. So I love making home decor. I love using our stamps to make home decor. And it's actually pretty easy to make something really beautiful. Okay. So I am going to just layer that right on there like that. And we'll take those dimensional pieces off. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Okay, look how pretty this is looking. And literally all I've done is just layer up a few circles, right? It's just so pretty though. Okay, now if you have not seen the Night Divine dies, look how beautiful this is. So all I'm using is just this, as well as, where is he? This little donkey. Isn't he cute? So I already die cut those out. And so here is a cool thing that you can do with these dies. I'm just going to have these people over here, and then I'm going to cut off the wise man. Okay, so it shows you how versatile you can use everything. I'm just going to kind of cut it at an angle like that, and then you would never even know that it didn't come that way. And then this, see how that kind of has that weird thing there. We'll just trim that up. I'm going to poke out that little piece there. Make sure I have everything poked out. Yep, okay. Now these we're going to layer onto here. Oh, and here's my little donkey. And I am going to use a lot of mini dimensionals for this. Now I am really big on just slapping on big dimensionals, but these guys are delicate and small. And because it's a home decor piece, I want to make sure that it's going to stick really well. So I'm actually going to use quite a few. Isn't that beautiful in the very vanilla? I know, I agree. Okay, so let's see. What's the easiest way to do this? I think that I'm just going to trim some little pieces here from the side. Whoops, that one went flying. They're really, really small, but I want to put them like on the heads. Make sure that those are supported too. Let's see, I think that's pretty good. Let's put one here right in the middle. And I think that that is pretty good. Okay. So let's do the Holy Family first, and then the Shepherd. So this size fits perfectly. I trimmed it down so that it would fit perfectly on these circles. Whoops, I just pulled that whole thing off. There we go. Did I move it? They're all sticking to my fingers. Stay there. Okay. Stay there. There we go. All right, we'll flip it over. All right, we're going to peel these off. Tell me hi if you're here. Again, I really, really appreciate you being here. Okay, now I want to, can you see these stars? For some reason, I feel like there's an upside, like a right side up and an upside down with them. So if you agree, be sure to do your orientation so that it's right. See, like for some reason, I feel like this needs to go this way. Hey, Julia, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Okay, we're going to peel off all of these. I am not normally this heavy of a dimensional user, but like I said, for home decor pieces, I really try to put a lot of adhesive on. All right, and we'll layer him up there. Okay, look how beautiful this is looking. Love it. Love it, if I may say so myself. Okay, now we're going to pull this back in. Okay, so have you seen the Stars at Night dies? So we're going to use this one as well as this one. Look at how many different cool stars there are in here, and I haven't even played with it as much as I need to. So I already pre-punched those out, or pre-die cut those out as well, out of the same More Dazzle paper, and they are tiny. So this big one, I'll put a mini dimensional on it. And see how that fits just perfectly in there. And I am going to, let's see, I'm going to put it right here. Look at, that's sticking to me right here. I would have lost it. Okay. I think I'm going to pull in this to help me put these on. All right, and I'm going to glue one over here and one up here and one down here. Those are very tiny, tiny little dots of glue, because look how tiny these guys are. That is so tiny. All right, we'll put this up here. Make sure it's like you like it before the glue gets dry. And then, hey May, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. I kind of really love it myself. Okay, look how beautiful that is. Look how much that's sparkling. Okay, so I hope that you love what I'm going to put this on. Now, don't get mad at me because I don't know if you're going to be able to find them, but the point is find whatever you can. So I found these little, what do you call them? Like a wood, I don't know, you know, like how they're these charcuterie boards that are everywhere now. So this was at Hobby Lobby in the spring section, before all the spring stuff went away. And this is what we're going to mount it on. And then this will sit on the shelf. Is this not so cool? I love it. Okay, so let's start with this middle one here. I'm just going to sit it there and get these all attached. Whoops, that was kind of excessive there. We'll put this there. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like it. I just feel like I'm going to have to grab another pack of this paper the second it comes back in stock. I've been using this star print so much. more than all the others. I wish there were more of those. Okay, so you just kind of want to move it around until it's kind of centered like you like it. Thank you, Heather. All right, I'm just kind of pushing it down. I just realized this was almost a little bit crooked. I'm gonna stand up here so that I can look down on it. There we go, and make sure that that's straight. Okay, I think those are attached. Okay, now, this is kind of fun. All right. You guys have seen this ribbon, right? You know what? Let me grab the spool. It's really fat. Well, yeah, it's pretty fat. So this is the ribbon when it's full width, okay? And I like to cut it in half. See how this is cut up so that it makes it thinner. But look what we're gonna do. I do this a lot, so I'm sure that if you follow me, I'm sure you've seen me do it. But I like to cut it, and then it makes this edge have a raw edge, right? And it makes it so that you can pull it apart. You see how that just comes apart there like that? And look at how it's making this frayed edge here, okay? So that is what I already did with this one here. I just pulled a ton of these strings off. I'm not gonna do it again just because I don't need to right now. But then what I did is these were longer and I just trimmed them off, okay? And then look what I ended up with. What do you think this is gonna be? It's as fine as hair, so it flies everywhere, but we are gonna use this for hay, okay? I'm totally excited about that. I was very proud of myself for coming up with that idea. Yes, straw. Exactly. So I'm putting on a minimal amount of, come on. I'm just trying to smear glue on here without putting on too much. I want it to be really flat. All right. And then let's see what sticks. All right, we're gonna pile it on here. Basically, when you do home decor, you wanna create texture, right? Like you don't want everything flat. And so adding some texture, in my opinion, is very important. Okay, so only one layer of this is sticking. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to put on a little bit more glue there in the middle. Let's see if I can get some to stick sideways, kind of, so it looks a little messier. It's getting all over my fingers. Oh no, the bottom's now coming out. Let's get that to stick on there. I might have to wait till it dries and then add another layer. And then I'm gonna trim off some of this so it's not quite so long. Ooh, maybe I could. It's literally sticking all over my fingers. I didn't have this many problems before. I think that's good enough for now, but I'm gonna wait till it dries and then probably add another layer. So let me get this out of the way. It's so fine, like hair. Oh yeah, tweezers might work instead of my fingers. Okay. Okay, so see how that is giving it texture? It just looks neat instead of just leaving it totally flat. Obviously you could leave it totally flat and that's fine. I really like to add texture when I'm doing that. Okay, this stuff is flying all over my desk. Okay, now I am going to pull in these, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Stars. Now again, I know that these are also on back order, but all this stuff is coming back like in the next week or two. So once you get ideas, then you'll be prepared to grab what you want the second that it's in. So let's put one of these right over here, right over the manger scene. How perfect is that? And then the last thing we'll do is tie a bow. You know, I love my bows. Yes, isn't that cool how much it sparkles? Okay, so I'm using this ribbon here, the satin edged ribbon that has the gold and it's the vanilla, so it totally ties together. Okay, I'm gonna sweep these hairs out of my way. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this around a couple times. Now, I have been having so many people request lately for me to make a video on how I make bows. And I think that's really funny because I've never thought of myself as an interesting bow maker before. So here you go. So I am going to wrap it like this. Okay, whoops. Okay, and then what I do here is I make a loop and then I wrap this one over and then I pull it through. And then I mess with it until it lays like I want it. And that's it. I've had so many people comment and ask me how I make my bows. And that's it. And there it is. What do you think? I hope you love it. All right, I am going to turn you around here. And I am going to try, let me see if I can turn you around. Flip the camera around, I mean. There we go. All right, so that I can show you this. Isn't that fun? So I think that you could easily put this like just on some other long, skinny, thank you, Heather, some other long, skinny board of some sort. It doesn't have to be a little charcuterie board, but you got to admit this is pretty stinking cute. So I bet you that Hobby Lobby has other things that are similar. I just grabbed some of these when they were on clearance and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I'm very excited about this idea. So I will post a picture more close up, and actually I'll probably go ahead and put it on my blog, and that way you can see really close up pictures. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for joining me. And I am planning on just making more and more handmade for the holidays series art and decor for Christmas. Okay, so we're going to be doing a handmade for the holidays, and I will show you more and more ideas, some ornaments, and then some other decor. Okay, so thanks again for being here. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and don't forget that you were made to create. Have a good one.